I'm ready.
Are you sure? You should wear lightweight black clothing. Anything you don't need, you can leave here. I don't want you clanking around in plate armor.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
也应该没差吧？其实你就进去的时候自己再脱就好了。
If any of you are having second thoughts, this is your last chance to speak.
哇，有人这样背哦。
So I hope we're all clear on what has to be done. We need to free the hostages to deprive Toth of his advantage. Now he'll be keeping them somewhere where they can be guarded, but somewhere separate from his other men.
And where would that be?
We always kept our captives in the house on the bailey by the stables.
What if they're in their tower or somewhere else?
Then we'll have to go to the gate and try to open it. But that will take time and attract attention. So we can only do it if we know exactly how things stand. And if they sound the alarm, before we've done anything, we get out of there quick. Understood?
And leave them there?
Better a couple of hostages than a pile of corpses. Lord Capon, are you quite certain you want to engage in this action?
Quite. After all, it can't be much different from sneaking out of the upper castle in Rattay and back in every night.
你注意看。
Besides, who else will keep this hothead from raising bloody mayhem?
哦，可以啊。
I'll see to it that you do, my lord. May God guide our footsteps.
不是，我刚以为他那个源头是那个他也拿圣乔治哦，原来他那个是贵族强盗剑。
This will be something. They'll be telling stories.
Mother,
what's going on there? Finished telling the stories.
对啊，我现在把装备脱掉就好了。对嘛，没有关系嘛。OK。
We'll go first and take out the sentries. Wait here.
刚刚那个背后背剑的，还是我第一次看到的。
What are they waiting for?
对啊，
Quiet, for fuck's sake.
What are they waiting for?
How should I know?
Why do I bother asking?
Oh, be quiet and watch that light on the battlements. Fuck this waiting, I'm gonna climb.
哎，干，我又不能爬，哎呦！然后哨兵被干掉了是？
I'll put on his armor and watch this side, but there are still 2 guards on the portcullis winch to deal with. Any volunteers?
Henry will do it.
Buffoon?
Henry, then. Just make sure you keep quiet.
Ugh. 这门也进不去。这个卫兵好像是自己人，对。他假装他在放哨就对了。等下我要去哪一个方向干掉啊？哦，里面哦，我操！我真的没有印象这条路最里面是什么。 因为我记得我走的时候好像卡。
Hey! Fuck! The alarm's been sounded.
我靠！只要一触发警报就是这样了。也蛮多的欸，是真的蛮多的欸。要消灭吗？
You call that? Call that?
You can't hide from me.
Kurva! Come here, lily liver! Is that all you've got? Come on, then, poor son. Hey! All of you, gather here! Get over here! Over here! You call that combat?
哦，太多了。如果你真的要跟他打的话，穿盔甲打好。
Fuck, you're heavy.
What? What happened?
我被杀出来了。
I saved your big fat ass at the last moment.
You did? How did you?
Never mind. The important thing is we got away, but you can walk the rest of the way. Done being your donkey.
Right. Thank you.
拍起来这是失败画面哦。我今天去弄一个成功的。
This will be something.
哦，好，又回来了。因为我真的不太敢喝夜莺药剂。我讲真的，我真的不太敢喝夜莺药剂，我就怕他说有 bug， 你知道吗？
Just make sure.
看他还送你一把剑哦，钻孔者。 是这样。呀，我在想这边可以喝保存药剂吗？对，他很贱，他这边不能喝保存药剂，健步药剂先喝哦，降低被抓到敏感。我靠，两个哎，我两个都要放吗？ 那是故意的，是不是？故意安排好这样子杀他，是不是？哇，全部都配在钻孔者。
First, we have to find the hostages. Then we can come back and deal with the rest. Careful here. All doors lead to the courtyard. It takes one man to go for a piss and he sees. Easy now. We're almost there. Let's not fuck it up at the 11th hour.
卡棚突然不见了，好，那算了。因为我刚来这边的时候，我也觉得不好处理。这个人刚站在那边， 这很奇怪，他跑来这里了。原来是村民。
Mother of God!
靠！我先跟他讲话。
Where's Sir Radzig and Lady Stephanie?
Lady Stephanie? She's not here. She must be held somewhere else.
Where? Where is she being held? And where's Sir Radzig?
I suppose the lady might be in her chamber. We don't know anything. They herded us here and told us not to move a muscle.
Damn it all. We'll have to go back empty-handed. I really thought we could pull it off.
We're not going anywhere. Not without my father and Lady Stephanie.
And how are we meant to find them? They're not in the stables or anywhere nearby. You want to creep right inside the palace where Todd's men are everywhere?
Yes. I can't leave them in Toth's hands.
It was hard enough getting this far, but going inside is madness. What good will it do them if we get caught?
Then we mustn't get caught.
Listen, Hal, I can appreciate your stubbornness, usually. But this could cost us our heads. At least we saved those other people.
就看好了，好不好？
I told you, I'm not leaving here without the hostages.
If you're determined to be a stubborn ox, go right ahead. I suppose you might as well look for your sword while you're at it. No point leaving the job half done.
Save your speeches. Are you going to help me or not?
If you want to get yourself killed, you can do it alone. But before you go raising bloody mayhem, give us time to get out of here.
Come on then. Let's get the fuck out of here before they catch us.
Fuck my ass!
Fuck. I'll have to carry him out of here right now.
See for yourself if you don't believe me. Run, for Christ's sake, and don't shoot so much.
可是他还有红，对啊，你怎么办？现在怎么办？哦，没有，往上跑哦。对啊，如果你
Run, for Christ's sake, and don't shoot so much. Quick, they're right behind us. But he's behind you. They're in front of me, and I can't do anything.
然后我觉得应该可以把那个
Run, for Christ's sake, and don't...
这个门可不可以放下来？可以，可以，可以。我靠！这不能使用的。
Where could he have vanished to? He must be here.
Way off! I'm going to join you.
Had enough of lying on the ground for one day, thank you very much. Let's go! That's not fucking funny! Take that!
Now!
哦，他说拉德季大人跟夫人他们不在这个，对吧？不在这个城堡里面的。哎，没有错啊，现在是很多人而已。这边真的是多到爆了。
Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Alarm!
而且我现在又不能喝什么药水。
You'll get one now. Good enough.
然后我是死不了还是怎样啊？这些警卫到底是哪来的？对吧、超屌的，我到底是怎样？这画面是什么？我也不清楚。这是 bug 吗？我现在是在失血，没有错，失血过多就会死。不愧是那个圣乔治。
I'll have to carry.
Making it seriously.
先穿盔甲，然后因为这人太多了，然后我也不清楚
I'll
他
have to carry him
们
out of here right now.
对吧、逃跑路线应该是我走错了哦。
I'm not making it seriously. Raise it up. Watch out.
请问这样还可以拿火棒吗？
Run for Christ.
他那个红点指那边，我以为是往上走，你知道吗？
Faster. Raise it up. Watch out.
对吧、就是往这边走。
Run for Christ's sake and don't shake me so much. Quick. They're right behind us. That is behind you. They're in front of me, and I can't do anything. Faster.
我刚刚真的走错边了，跟他们撒爽的，放在这就好了嘛。
I have to admit, we didn't do too well.
True. The shame of it. They drove us back before we even got anywhere. It's worse than if they'd killed us.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. We had to give it a try. If we succeeded.
If pigs had wings. Now, I know it troubles you, but it's not over yet. We'll rescue the hostages and hang that bastard Ishvan.
闸门打不开哦。你刚刚有看到那个教官那边哦，和他几个手下那边把门这样子，那个闸门打不开、哦。打开的话，轻易破应该是可以。
It seems, Robard, that we're running out of options.
We don't have
more.
enough men to scale the walls and the ladders. We can't afford to lose any more. We can only take Talmberg by a ruse or with superior numbers. Ruses have failed, and we don't have superior numbers.
And we're left with no choice but to build a trebuchet. To demolish my own walls. Where is Master Faithful?
He's waiting. We sent for him as soon as...
Bring him to me. Let's not waste time.
Sir Divi.
You will build me a trebuchet, Master Tobias.
Trebuchet, my lord. That's not entirely in my field of expertise.
We have to take back Talmberg.
Yes, indeed, sir, I understand
And
that,
you
but...
are the best engineer we can rely on in the whole fiefdom.
Oh, well, thank you, my lord, but... It's just that I've never built a trebuchet before. This could take some time.
Then you'd better get to it. Bernard will go over the plan of attack with you.
Oh.
Well, Master Tobias, you have much to do and little time. I will not keep you any longer.
Indeed. Of course, sir. Thank you, my lord.
How are the preparations proceeding in the other camps?
As well as can be expected under the circumstances. There are still many things that need doing, but I just don't have the time for them.
No, you don't. Henry.
Yes, sir.
I would like for you to help with the preparations in the encampments.
Gladly, sir.
Robard will brief you. That'll be all.
哇，这边树是挖开了，是不是？没有磨刀石哦，我们磨刀机没有。
God
好吧
save you, Henry.
What needs to be done?
Look, a military encampment's a complicated thing. I don't expect it to be as peaceful and orderly as Holy Mass. But what we have here now is havoc. The men are as nervous and short-tempered as caged bears. When you walk around the camps, you'll see for yourself. Grumbling everywhere, complaints about everything from the gruel to the fleas. They're moaning they've drunk the alehouse dry, and now they have to wait for the next batch of beer. We've got dead who deserve a decent burial, and a lot of wounded, including one of their lordships. The less the troops grumble, the better off we'll all be. But that's not even the main problem.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar, our master builder?
I heard some of it.
And what did you make of it?
He said he'd never built a trebuchet catapult. I wouldn't even know where to start, but he might.
But if it'll take him as long as he said, we can't wait until Judgment Day. We don't have that much time.
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
You should definitely do that. Without a trebuchet, we're much too weak.
How are you faring, Sir Raybard?
How do you think I'm faring, lad? There's some cutthroat thug lolling about in my bed at the castle.
Well, at least no one's raised Talmberg.
Not so far. Though we may end up doing it ourselves to smoke the bastard out.
I imagine Sir Divish isn't taking it too well.
And why do you think he handed command over to me? But it pains my heart, too. That place is my home.
What's the easiest way to take back Talmberg?
The easiest way? Call in the Royal Army and leave it to them. But there's no Royal Army to help us now, and we can't afford to wait. What's more, we don't want to destroy the castle. Personally, I'd like to return to it.
Repairing the castle will be expensive.
And time-consuming. No trebuchet is wholly on target. The missiles fly as they please. And if we blast the castle to pieces and Sigismund comes back, he'll make short work of us.
Do you think Sigismund will come back?
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will. The whole country will know about it soon enough.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg. Like that fellow Havel.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards like Havel and Toth in Bohemia.
Is there some way we can get through the gate?
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on the battlements, and I don't know how Ishtvan's covering them. Then there's the portcullis to get through. A big battering ram might breach it, but how could you get one that close? I reckon we'll have to set fire to it.
Stuck up brushwood and light it?
Brushwood, timber, anything that burns, soaked in as much pitch as possible. The local charcoal burners surely have some.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken it and make it easier to break through.
Exactly.
And what about the walls? Which side is the most vulnerable?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north, and as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try that way again, only this time we'll do it better.
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranik for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him.
Is there anything else I can help with?
Well, we need some pitch. I know you had dealings with the charcoal burners.
I've met a few, true enough.
Then have a look around the area. If you manage to find any pitch, bring it to our quartermaster in the camp at the quarry.
啊，这么多杂事哦！就地取材呢哦。
God bless you. What troubles you?
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Talmberg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Actually, there is a way you could help. Conrad Keyser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Conrad Keyser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
You're still an engineer, though. Couldn't you build it yourself?
Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? What forces are at work in the contraption? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy.
He was with Sigismund.
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Bethlen Castle.
Banished? Like a common criminal?
He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer, so nothing quite that bad befell him. I've even heard he has a whole host of wise men with him and they're writing some book together.
What's he doing here in Sassau?
They sent him over here to help with building the monastery. No doubt they had to pay handsomely to get him.
绑架他。
And how am I supposed to get him here? Abduct him?
Well, only if all else fails. We need his cooperation. Try having a word with him. By all accounts, he hates Sigismund.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all.
照他这样讲，我真的可以世界乱走了嘞。72，72。啊，其他人都死到哪去？
Hey, Henry's... My respects to you.
Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone and we've drained the local inn dry.
That's bad news.
Don't I know it? You can't go and catch a beer in the woods either. But if you happen to know about some, let's hear it. News like that'd refresh me almost as much as a drink. And the lads, too.
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants to know? One of their lordships?
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
Oh, I see. The lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything. Well. To tell the truth, we don't have much meat. They bring it round often enough, but...
Yes, I've heard something like
他说没有什么肉了。
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here. I'll take care of the rest.
Fine, I'll keep that in mind.
哇，这么多可选哦！肉30个，我直接买好像也不太行。沙哨这个蓝色的一定要去。
So, let's hope by the time they get to cooking cabbage, there'll be some meat to go with it.
I hope it's a fine thing to hold on to. Feel free to...
其实我在想一件事，就是说我带酒又带肉，打到最后呢，好像也没有什么差的那种感觉。
Greetings.
How are the men holding up?
They're a rabble. The out-of-towners are desperate to go home. And the locals, they've got nowhere else to go. So they're just generally complaining.
Are they causing trouble?
No trouble as such. It's true I've caught a few of them asleep on their watch. There's nothing a couple of lashes of the whip can't cure.
Well, there might be a simpler solution.
Whipping a man's simple enough. Just give one of them a beating, the others will remember. And when they forget, do it again.
But then you'd have an injured soldier. It occurred to me a herbal potion might do the trick.
I never heard of any wives' quackery helping troop morale. But Christ knows they could do with something to flush the booze out of them and keep their eyes open.
Welcome, Henry. I'm at your service.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I don't have anything that would last the journey there. And I certainly don't want to swing for poisoning anyone.
Greetings. What business have you?
How do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be told.
Let someone tend to...
My flesh can be healed.
What is it you need?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what happened to him.
Godwin. But why would you need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men, and I have to confess my sins.
There's something I need from you, Father Godwin.
Is there, my son? How can I help?
There are a lot of dead and wounded at Talmberg, and no one to make the sign of the cross on their foreheads.
Has someone requested my services?
Sir Divish himself.
Well, Sir Divish sends for me, and you're doing the asking, young Hal. How could I refuse? I'll go there right away.
Andrew, there's no more beer in Talmberg, and the soldiers are starting to grumble. Can't you send some there?
I could. There's nothing in it for me.
The camp's not that far away. Imagine if the soldiers got so upset by the lack of beer, they went on the hunt for it and ended up here. They could do some real damage. Wouldn't it be better to have them drunk and happy somewhere else?
If they came here for a drink, I'd sell it to them. Why would they do any damage?
What if someone lied to them that you were a Toth supporter and that they'd have to make do with water?
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't expect you to turn on me too.
I do like things to go my way.
I'll send it there. But just remember, everyone gets what's coming to them eventually. One day, you're bound to come across someone who isn't such a pushover.
Maybe. But in the meantime, make sure to send the best you have. After all, we don't want anyone to feel unwell enough to think about settling the score, do we?
这样不够，真的。到底要几个旅店去送酒？对啊，一家还不够。那个乌兹池那边没有酒可以送。
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I don't have anything that would last the journey there, and I certainly don't want to swing for poisoning anyone.
对啊，乌兹池也是这样说。那怎么办？跟你买吗？
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
To Talmberg? Why? Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm running low on beer, and I've no kegs left. Ask again later, or go ask elsewhere.
我其实问到现在啊，愿意送酒的就是那个安德鲁而已。
Do you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
And what do you want from the old buzzard? And what do you want from the old buzzard? No, never mind. What do I care? It's the big house in the courtyard by the monastery.
I've come to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing us all. So what is it you need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only a little work left to do here, so I'll gather my things and set off for Talmberg.
Thank you, Father. May God reward you 1,000 times.
因为士兵要能量药剂哦，要60罐啊。我手头上没有那么多草，所以一时之间只能闯入。那也蛮屌的，修道院全部人都不见了。现在是吃饭时间吗？哦，血草跟薄荷呢是这边提供最多的哦，这样我才可以做到。他要60罐能量药剂哦。那肉只要30个倒还好。 哦，好了。他们在祷告吗？还是吃饭？哦，他们在吃饭。
Oh, come on. What are you trying on here?
啊，不能进去吗？
I hope I can be of some...
Is this where Conrad Keyser lives?
Indeed. The world-renowned Conrad Keyser.
地球人都知道。
World-renowned?
If not yet, then soon. Our Master Keyser is a mastermind. You wouldn't believe the things he comes up with. You'll be hearing more of him, you mark my words.
I need to speak to him.
Oh, really? Whatever for?
这是什么东西？新运来的武器是怎样？
I need to talk about a shipment of new weaponry for the custodian.
Oh, really? What kind of new weaponry?
From the Steelmasters of Solingen.
What? The fucker makes so much that he can afford weaponry like that. But why upset myself? Go ahead and visit the wastrel. Here's the key.
守这个房子主人要换别人。哦，你还在啊？
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Sir, Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fayfar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn. I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story.
What?
I was
Are
a
you
little,
serious?
more than a little critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bettelern Castle.
They locked you up in Bettlern?
Not quite. It's a royal castle. They leave me to my own devices there. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend to my opus and a band of able assistants. Although I have lost quite a few of my patrons thanks to all this unrest.
And why are you here in Sassar?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So you see, I can't simply take my leave.
What is it you're working on, sir?
Belli Fortis. A great book of war machines and weapons. My opus magnum, my legacy. All you have seen here are but snippets of my great work. Mark my words. One day, our whole world will be run by machines and inventions not yet dreamed of.
Of course. Any day now, they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking aloud about things for battle. Could I help you escape, perhaps?
Who says I want to?
But you said you couldn't leave, sir.
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my word I'd help with the building of the monastery here. And my word is my bond. I have no intention of sneaking away like some criminal.
Who do you work for here?
My contract is with the abbot himself, but I discussed the work details with Carol, the monastery's master builder.
Could I not just pay off the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say?
Yes. What are you thinking?
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defense of the province is at stake.
I realize that, but Cesar Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
Oh, 他的刀我有看过。
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do.